there to there. Big difference. Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, in this video we have a 1981 Chevrolet Corvette. We're gonna see what we can do with it. Let's do it. So as you guys can see behind me is a 1981 Chevrolet Corvette, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I am not a fan of this body style Corvette. I'm not a fan of the color, anything, but this is not my car, so it does not matter. People like these cars, people hate these cars. There's really no in between. I've never been a big Corvette fan myself. The C7s I like, but other than that, I really never been a big Corvette fan. But my job is to try to make this car look better. It is oxidized, it is swirled up, it has the original 40-year-old paint on it. So we got to be careful. We got to do some test spots, find out what we're looking at. It is dirty, hasn't been plated for 8 years. 2013 was the last time it was registered and a license plate put on it. It's just been sitting in a barn. So I'm gonna show you guys the condition of it. I'm gonna wash it, clean up the wheels, clean up the tires, stuff like that. And then tomorrow we're gonna get to it, decontaminate it, try to clean the paint up, make it look as good as possible, and bring back as much gloss as we can for the customer. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So here she is in all of her glory, right here. She is oxidized and swirled up. Don't really care for the color scheme. Personally, it's not really brown, it's kind of like maroon on the bottom. There's a lot of imperfections that there's nothing I can do about, and the owner knows. These are way too deep. Way too deep. If you notice, like where the sun is at, just a lot of oxidation. I mean, it's just been sitting. That's what you expect out of cars that have been sitting. Like, there's no gloss to it. That's what we're trying to bring out. We're not going for perfection. That's not my job. My job is to make it look better. 2013, last time it was plated. These wheels and tires, wheel wells, everything needs cleaned up. Yeah, there you go. You can see the swirls there. Hoping the GoPro picks it up. It's not very good at picking up swirl marks. Just very, very dull. I'm not sure how I'm going to go around here. I'll figure something out, because if I polish this and I don't do that, it's gonna look awful. So we got to do something with that. So the wheels, tires, and wheel wells are done. Now we're gonna move on to the paint. Now you're gonna notice I'm not gonna use a foam cannon. There's no need to. It's not filthy dirty. We're just gonna give it a nice bath. You're also gonna notice that I'm not going to try to spray any of the glass if I can get away with it, because these Corvettes are not known for the best seals around here. And this thing is 40 years old, probably the original seals. I'm not trying to fill the cab or this T-top with water. So we're just gonna try to spray the paint, and we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way with a hose and a bucket. Got a grit guard in there, and go to town on it. So let's do it. I can see the dirt rolling off of it. I was actually planning on doing an O&R wash, but since I wanted to get the hose and bucket out to do the wheels and everything, because you really can't do O&R on those white lettering and stuff, I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and wash it this way. Get it over with. It has some form of protection on it. I'm not really worried about it because I'm gonna be cutting on it. I'm not trying to use any high pH soaps or anything like that on it. Just gonna do a nice easy wash. I don't see a reason to. It's not gonna have much on it. We're using Adams Polish's car shampoo. One of my favorites, especially on cars that you want to make sure that you're taking care of the paint. No chance of something happening. It's a fantastic shampoo. You know, I'm just putting barely any pressure at all on the paint. Because this is old paint. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. It's just got basically dust on it from sitting in his barn all these years. It's got a lot of specks in the paint. I'll try to remember to show you. If not, I'll show you tomorrow. Actually, 2 days from now, because tomorrow's Friday, so I gotta work tomorrow. I'm not doing a paint correction tomorrow. And this is pH neutral. It also has water softeners in it, so if it dries in the paint, I'm not worried about it. Just re-wet it. It'll reactivate the soap, and you're good to go. Paint feels pretty smooth. Has a little bit of contaminants in it. I'm not rubbing my ring on it, by the way. I'm not sure what the specs are that are on it. I will wash this by hand later, probably with like just a waterless wash, because I'm not trying to get a bunch of water into the cab. I love this detail guards scrub and pump. For the grit guard, it works great. That's it, nice and easy. Now all we gotta do is rinse it, dry it, let it sit until Saturday, start decontaminating it if it needs it. If it doesn't need it, we're not going to. And see what we can do with this paint, see if we can get some gloss come back in this thing. All right, you guys, so it is Saturday morning. This thing sat for the last day and a half. Look at how bad this paint is. You can see there's zero gloss to it. Let me show you with a paint light how bad it is. The hood is very splotchy, is the best way that I can say it. As you can see, those splotches. There is zero gloss to this paint at all. The hood's the best way to show you, but the whole car looks like the hood. The one part I am worried about is I've got to do the inside here. I cannot tape these off, because if I tape these off, I'm afraid they're going to come up when I take the tape off, because you can see where they're starting to. That's going to be a trick. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we will worry about that when we get there. So I'm going to use Grillo's Garage's paint cleaning clay. It's very sticky. You can hear that. Very sticky clay with Grillo's Garage's Speed Shine. I tried using a fine clay on this, and it wasn't removing the contaminants. It's not heavily contaminated, but it definitely needs it, I guess is what I should say. So the fine clay didn't do it, so I went with this, and this is working really, really well. I just spray it on. Oh, I meant to show you guys these spots. I'll show you them here in a minute. There's spots all over the paint, and it's not iron. It's almost like something was dripping in the barn for all those years, and it stained it. So I'm hoping that the paint correction process will take care of it. It may not. That's it. I can feel it smooth now. So once again, this is not iron. It is orange, but I'm telling you, it's not iron. These specks where something dripped or something all over it. It might be paint, I don't know. And then here's like a lighter color of the specks, and it's all over the whole paint. So, all right, I'm gonna get done claying and we'll go into paint correction. As you can see, I am testing. I'm doing my due diligence on this car because it's 40-year-old paint. It is a single stage lacquer paint. As you can see, it is transferring onto the pads. I am using polishes are actually white also that I'm using. So it's really hard to tell, but I did my little test section. I could tell this is a lacquer paint. So in order to do my due diligence to make sure that I do the best job that I can without ruining his paint, I'm testing, as you guys can see. Tons of pads, tons of polishes. I mean, I'm testing all these, and I'm going back once again the old tried and true fast correcting cream by Gurio's Garage with a fast correcting cream pad. This is their white pad that they recommend with this product. That's why it says best of show system in white at the bottom. See, this one says in orange. That is a very firm pad. I used it with their microfiber pad, and it was micro-marring. It looked pretty decent, but it was micro-marring. But the more I looked at it, the side that I did with this looked better. Let me show you guys what it looks like on the back. And then I did set up a 50-50 so you guys can see the big difference. So I'll show you like this first. You can obviously see the difference there. And you can see right where the, look at that, where it's round, where the pad was. So this is before, and this is after. Before, and then after. And this one right here is fast, or a correcting cream with an orange pad. And as you can see, I'm hoping that the camera picks it up, because this GoPro is not very good. A lot of imperfections still, as you can see right there. So you just have to mess with it, mess with it, mess with it. And then this right here was the F6. I just did this section with the Kashikimi pad. It worked good, but not as good as the fast correcting cream. In person, you can definitely see some stuff. It still did a great job, don't get me wrong. I'll show you me doing a little bit of this, my arm speeds and everything on this paint. And then we'll probably go into time lapse, because I need to get my 3-inch out to do this, because I do not want to get into this pinstriping at all. I did rub against it with my clay, and the red and the pinstriping actually transferred over to my clay. So I got to be careful around this pinstriping at all costs. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. I'm gonna work my way down the hood, and then work my way down there. We're gonna take the tape off. Let's see what this hood looks like 50-50 from the other side. It's crazy because you can already see the gloss. It's removing the oxidation. You can see it right behind the pad. When I'm polishing, I'm looking in front of and behind the pad when I'm polishing. I want to see what it's doing. I want to see where I'm going. Just a little bit of pressure, not a lot. And I'll use my 3-inch, or my 2-inch actually, right in this area. Always make sure your cord is over your shoulder. So I think it's important to show you guys this. Let me show you this side first, because obviously you can see I have not done any paint correction over here. It's cloudy as it is. Look at these edges. See that dark spot? That's where the paint is really thin, or somebody's burned through at one time. Because I noticed it over here when I was doing it over here. See that? It's all the way across. All the way across. All right, you guys, so I'm done with the 50-50. The middle's not that great because I'm worried about this pinstriping. But the outside looks really good, as you can see. I went ahead and did this whole thing. You can see all those spots are gone now that I was showing you earlier. There's a bunch down here. That's actually a rock chip there. Let me show you what it looked like before. And then I do it like this. That light kills me with shadow. And then as we go across the tape line, looks way better. And then right there's dull. You can see where I haven't been. And as we get down over here, it looks really good. Get the flashlight. I'll really be able to show you guys. Okay. There to there. Big difference. To there. And then it was like this. Now we are like this. Is it perfect? Not even close. I'm happy with the way it looks right now. I can tell you that much right now. I think it looks really good. So I want to show you guys something really quick because I'm cleaning pads constantly right now on this paint. So the Detail Guards sent me their new pad cleaner. And this is the old design. I don't know if you guys remember this video or not. This just goes inside their grit guard, as you can see down the bucket. I'll show you here in just a second. And you just pump it up and down and water pushes up through here, and then you use that to scrub the pad, to clean the pad. And this is the old plunger, as I call it. And it just had this little grip on top. Well, they've redesigned it. The new plunger actually has a handle to hold on to, which is nice. And then the new part that goes in the bucket looks about the same, but as you can see, it has raised ridges to make your pad cleaning easier. So this is the first time I'll be using it. It just pushes right through the turbine dirt lock filter right there. So yeah, looks like it's gonna work just fine, because every time they come out with something, it always works good. And I've already sprayed this pad cleaner on it from the Detail Guards. Let's just try it out. You'll notice the water's gonna get white really quick. Okay. See a little bit of white coming out still? It's gonna do that because the water's gonna be white. Okay, let me take this off of here. And then what I do is I put it on my polisher and then use my air like this to dry it, and then I can go back to using the pad. But look how clean that pad is. It looked like this a minute ago. Yeah, that works good. Every time that the Detail Guards comes out with something, they do tons of research. They're a company out of Canada, and they test and test and test. And their products have worked every single time that I've used them. I always use their grit guards. The turbine dirt lock filter. I use the scrub and pump in my wash up bucket. I use this in when I'm cleaning pads. They've got the new, I've not used this yet, the new scrub wall that goes inside your bucket. I have not used it yet, but it goes inside your bucket so you can scrub your pad up and down the side of it. So they're always innovating and coming out with new things to make your wash process easier. All right, you guys, so the front end is done, other than my small work around the edges and around the pinstriping. Look how much gloss we have now. This is what he wants. He doesn't really care about the imperfections. He just wants the gloss back. And I think we have achieved that. It looks really, really good. Because it was so hammered. All right, you guys, so the paint correction is done. I'm not doing a dual stage, and the reason why is I tried 3 different finishing polishes and it was clouding the paint. And I went back with the fast correcting cream with a Griot's Garage's orange correcting cream pad to remove it. And I tried 3 different ones, 3 different pads, and nothing was really working. And to be honest with you, he just wanted gloss. He doesn't care about the imperfections. I was just trying to get just a little bit more. He's gonna be stoked when he sees this, though. I can tell you guys that right now. So I'm gonna finish this tomorrow because right now it's raining. I can't take it out to make sure everything is good because I would know because I see a dark spot. Like, oh, I missed that because, you know, I'm human. I miss stuff. People do all the time. Detailers do all the time. They don't want to tell you that all the time, but they do. But I can't take it outside to check it, and I don't want to put the wax on it and then find out tomorrow that I got a spot that I missed completely. So, but let me show you this paint though, because it does look absolutely amazing. We brought the gloss back. Absolutely. Is it perfect? I would say we got about 85, 86, 87% correction out of it. The center of the hood turned out better than I thought. If you guys saw in the video, I did go over the pinstripes with my little Adams Polishes Swirl Killer Mini, I think is what it's called, or Micro, or something along that line. And I didn't put any pressure down, and I was able to get a little bit of correction, but it's still a little cloudy, but I'm not going any more than that. That's a very, very old pinstriping job. So, all right, you guys, so what we're gonna use on this car is something I've been waiting to use for a while, but I haven't had a single stage car to put it on. It is going to be Lithium's Quench Hydration. This is a paint hydrator they made specifically for single stage paints. It can be used on clear coats. I'm gonna read the back of this really fast so you guys can kind of understand why I wanna use this product. It says, it's a fact over time, paints and clear coats dry out. Salt, UV rays, harsh detergents all take their toll. Older single stage paints are particularly vulnerable. When oils decline, so does the shine. So we formulated a wax which replaced the vital oils your paint has lost, then sealed them in. Quench is emulsified with grapeseed and avocado oils, not harmful solvents. Paints are porous and absorb all types of things. Some of those might as well be good. So in the directions, it basically says to apply in a forward and backwards motion. It doesn't tell you to do circles. I'm used to doing circles. If you see me do that, I apologize. I'm just used to doing that. But I want to try to remember forward and backward motions. And then you can do the entire car. It says, depending on the condition of the paint, 30 minutes and then wipe off. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait 30 minutes and then we're gonna wipe off the wax. We're gonna see how easy it is to wipe off. I love their bottling. Looks like barbecue sauce bottles. I did get this Quench Hydration in a glove box, a monthly subscription to glove box. It came in there and I've had it for a little while, just haven't had a chance to use it until today. Try to remember to do this motion. Which is not gonna be particularly easy, but I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna do basically a crosshatch pattern, just make sure I get the whole surface covered. Okay. You could probably use a wax applicator on a polisher to put this on also, if you wanted to. Kind of hard to see this going on this color paint. I'll show you guys what it looks like here in just a second. And then I got to get it done. There you go. We're gonna let it cure for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do the entire car, come back, we'll take it off. All right, you guys, so it's actually been about 40 minutes since I applied it to the hood. That way I know I've got a good 30 minutes all the way around the car. And plus I had to go do something, but I wanna show you guys, it's gotten thinner, if that makes sense. So it's actually soaking into the single stage. But let's see how easy it is to wipe off. Hey, they're a little buggy. See how easy it is to wipe off here. Simple, see that? Go down here where you can see the blur. Easy peasy, man. That's simple. A little grabby, not bad though. we definitely achieved good big difference in gloss compared to when it got here. See all this gloss now? Looks really good, you guys. Can't wait for him to see it. Well, you guys, I am done with the car. It's not perfect. Man, does it look better. Check it out. All right, you guys, so the long, hard hours that I put into this car paid off big time, as you can see right here, as you saw just a minute ago in the final scene. I hope that it turned out good on camera, just as good on camera as it did in person. Is it perfect? No. And I say that many times in this video, and I say that, I stress that in a lot of my videos, because there's this thing on YouTube where people think that cars look amazing. They're perfect condition when they get done polishing or whatever they're doing because the light's hit and it looks amazing. It's not reality. This car is about 85%. It looks amazing. I didn't go after defects and stuff like that. That wasn't my job. My job on this car was to bring the gloss back. That's what he wanted. Defects, not really worried about. There are some. I did get rid of a lot of them though. But I can't go after what I want on somebody else's car. I have to go after what they want, and this is exactly what he wanted. Doesn't want to be on camera. He's picking up tomorrow, so I'd figure I'd go just do the ending scene tonight. Very happy with the results. It was, like I said, a lot of hard work, and luckily, I don't do this for a living. I do this on the side on the weekends, so I can take breaks. I don't have to rush to get the next car in, you know. So I took my time. It took me probably 6 hours to do the correction, longer than it probably should have, but I also took breaks, ate lunch, and did this and did that, and kind of went around and got away from it for a little while. And I always have to do that when I'm detailing on cars, because I'm in no time frame when I'm doing this on the weekends, you guys. So basically, really quick, go over what we did. We washed it, decontaminated it. We basically compounded the single stage lacquer paint. Then we went over it with the quench hydration from lithium, which is made for single stage paint, like this paint right here. And that's it. I polished up the wheels the best I could. They didn't turn out great, but I polished them up the best I could. Put some tire shine on it. You guys just saw the ending result, and the gloss is amazing. And that's what it was all about in this video. So all in all, you guys, I think this car was a success. I got the gloss that the customer's looking for. He's going to absolutely love it. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think of this car and the end result. And I appreciate that. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Join the Fab family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.